Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I've been playing with another little box, you know me, and I love my little boxes. But I've added a bell to this. These came the other day with my Craft Stash goodies, and I just thought that there was anywhere to attach them to anything, so I just put some baker's twine through the bell section, and you can write the person's name, who you're giving it to. Gorgeous little bow. But look at this little box. Oh my gosh, it opens up and there's gift tags inside, so you can give them as an early present to someone. I know that blue ribbon doesn't go, but it looks so cute. And they're decorated in the same as the box. I always use retired cardstock to make a prototype, and I think this is just so cute. I love it. And then if you tuck that back in there gently, it goes behind the label. It just stays shut on its own, but you can move this down. But I put "'Tis the Season," and then you can write who you're giving your gift tags to. But what a cute little ladder. You could decorate the back and underneath as well, but I just think it's so cute. So I'm going to make another one. I'm using Pool Party cardstock, but I'm using my papers that I had the other day. And out of one sheet of A4, you get the box and you get enough cardstock to make 4 tags. So we're going to make the tags and the box, and we're going to decorate it right now together. Ha ha. So you're going to you're going to put, not pop. Excuse me. You're going to put your card in. This is 8 1/4 by 7 1/2. And with the other, you're going to have like a slither off one end. And then by the time you cut the tags 2 by 4, you get 4 of them. And that's what's left with the extra piece of paper off this side. So it can all be done with one sheet of cardstock. So you're going to score at 1 1/4, 3 1/2, 4 3/4. Am I right? And 7. You're going to turn it to the short side then. You're going to score this at 1 1/4, 5 1/4, 6 1/2. And then we're going to remove, and that's all our scoring done. Whoops. Right, I'm going to burnish my score lines. I normally cut and then burnish, but you need to burnish, I think, first this time. So just burnish all your score lines. Nearly done. What a fabulous little idea, though, to give to somebody early as a Christmas present, so they can give the tags to their friends. Right, what you're going to do now, we're going to cut away this, cut at the score line. So you cut in this side of the score line, and then just slightly remove that. And then miter this side. Oops. And then again, remove the score line. And just miter up into the corner. So you're always removing the score line. I think I made a bit of a pig's ear of this, but it's alright. I'm going to nip that one off properly. I've not gone all the way up. And I need to cut that in a bit more. Sorry about that. Me and getting carried away. There we go. You just want your flaps there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tiny little bit off the ends of these 3 flaps. And we're going to keep that one, but we're going to remove this one. So cut this side of the score line. And I'm going to mite it in. And then we are going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4. So remove the score line as well. And and that, and then you're just going to cut down and then chop that corner off like that. Same on this side, and chop that corner off just like that. And then we're going to snip up this side, so in the centre this time of the score line, and then we're going to cut up this way just to the score line. So when we close our box lid, it folds in like this and gives you that little square lid. So there's all your bits. I'll lay that flat so you can see what it looks like laid flat. So miter these and take a little trim off. So when you close your box at the end, you haven't got so much of that bulk all the back there. So that will fit perfectly over there. Just so you don't get that fat bulk at this side. So again, you've got these flaps are cut this way, and those flaps are cut that way. And then what you can snip the end of them off if you want as well. It just stops them from bumping up together in the corners. So you've got a little snip like that. Perfect. And then when this comes around, this is going to tuck on the inside because it's slightly shorter. So this is going to be tucked inside there. So what we're going to do, we're going to add tape to this section. I mean, you could even, I'm going to just put along the score line here. And if you wanted to, you could even trim that down. You don't need all that. So when you fold this over now, this comes along and it gets adhered right down to there. So I'm going to do that now actually. Remove the back in. Oh, unless you want to flip it now and decorate, I would do that. I have cut, these are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4, so I've cut them 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. So I've got 2. Thing is, put them that way so they're the right way when you put your lid. This is going, that'll be the back, so it needs to go on the front. And these are your 2 sides. And I've just cut them 1/8 of an inch shorter. And then these are for your lid. Oops, a little. Why is that short? I've trimmed that one short as well, haven't I? Oh, Gina, what have you done? No hurry, no worry there. I think it needs to be a little bit shorter. Why is that now? It worked perfectly earlier. Gosh. That's 1. I'm going to trim this down to 7/8, I think. So I'm just going to take a smidgen off there, just so it fits. Perfect. There goes. So I'm going to glue them down. In fact, I'm going to use my tape runner for quickness, she says, when it starts working. You could also glue these into place. That way you get a little bit of wiggle space and you don't get any on your fingers like that. I did assemble my box first and decorated the other one after. This just makes it nice and flat for you. So, I mean, a little gift box like this is just so cute to give somebody as a little gift. And they can add them to their Christmas presents then. I would recommend putting about 8 tags in the box, because you could use, but I just wanted to show you what you could do with one piece of cardstock, which is what most frugal crafters like to see. Come on, it's just at the end. It doesn't want to come off, this one. There we go, we've got some stickiness back. Love it. Because you don't want these the right way or the wrong way or upside down. You want them this way, because when your box folds in, you don't want to be you want to add it so it's all pointing in the right direction. If you get my drift. That's if you've got directional paper. You don't have to use directional paper. You can use any pattern you want. I thought this was the closest thing to the pool party. I did hold mint macaron up as well, but no, the pool party was a better match. So you know this is the top, so you want to make sure your words are all spelt and going the same way, but that one's upside down, so that's better. Some of the words are okay, but this is that winter pack I had from Craft Stash as well, with my winnings. Ooh, I was so chuffed. First time I've ever won a competition. I know that there is carrying on, because the word Mary is across the top there. So we're nearly done. When I can get this thing to release its stickiness, I'm going to use glue for the tags, and I'm going to use glue to adhere my bottom of my box down. Oh, lovely, lovely. So that can go away now. So now we can release the backing tape. And if I just fold that over, that should meet up beautifully. I am just going to, look, if you get a tiny little bit overhang, and I mean it's a fraction, I can just see it. And I don't like that feeling. So I'm just going to take my scissors and basically just snip it off. It's literally a whisper. A tiny little whisper, that's all. So I'm going to grab a glue dot as well while we're here for my bell to go on. So I'm just going to pop, and I'm going to stick it right there in that corner. That's it, you stick down. Whoops. I'm going to get my wet glue now, and I'm just going to put a little bit of wet glue on these little tabs here to close. I'm just going to do one at a time. Oh, my lid's short. Oh, I know what I did. It should have been 7 3/4. Sorry, keep your box at 7 3/4. That's why my little lid's not fitting. Why did I chop it down? I have no idea. Oh, look at my little lid now. It's a bit short. With a oh look, it looks oriental now. I'm keeping it like that. Yes, sorry, I cut my cord at 7 1/2, and it's supposed to be 7 3/4. This is why my little lid looks a bit distort. So, why have I got that? And it says 3/4 on my pad. I'm just going to reinforce that. So, yes, 7 3/4. That's where you get that extra 1/4 inch from. So now I'm going to tuck in the sides, and this is the flap we trimmed. So I'm going to add glue there. I don't know what possessed me to cut it too short. You know, when it always works out when you're doing it privately to when it's on camera. I've always got to make a boo-boo somewhere, but that looks quite cute to me. I love it actually. I think it's adorable. But yes, you keep it 7 3/4, it will come all the way to the bottom of your flap. So there's your little box made. How cute. Loving it. So with its little wonk, it looks like it's got one of those deerstalker caps on now, doesn't it? Yeah, just gainer. So right, we're going to glue these together. This is your leftover cardstock. It should have been, sorry, it's 7 3/4 by 8, not 7.5 by 8 1/4. So I'm going to glue them into place first. Give that glue a chance to dry. And these, I'm not a one that loves huge borders. I like the little smidgen showing through because I like the designer series paper. If I didn't like my paper so much, I'd have a whacking big border, but I like to see the designer series paper. And a minuscule border all the way around. And when you're using this for tags, then I think it's the paper that's going to take centre stage anyway. So that's my method to my madness. And these are all my scraps that I used after I made the little paper bag mini album the other day. So I hate scraps going to waste, and it's another way to use up scraps. These are cut at 3 7/8 by 1 7/8, just to give me that little tiny border all the way around. So just make sure they're all glued nice and tight. This doesn't take long to go off, this glue. It's mega strong and it goes off really quick. So you're going to get your tag topper punch now. Now this one is a direction. It's got the love heart and it's hanging down, so I need to make sure I have my tag going in. Just push it all the way in and press it down. There goes my scissors. And then you can take that out. And there's that beautiful little gift tag. Again, this has got writing on, so I'm going to make sure it is running down wide. And just push it all the way in. And press. You are making your gift tags as you go along as well. Perfect. They're so cute. And then this last one. I love the red and the blue together. I think that's absolutely cute as a button. And just, these are cut at 2 inches, believe it or not. And if you get it bang on the line, then they're perfect. If you just have it slightly over, you're literally just a smidgen out. But they are all the same size. The best thing now is I'm going to grab my little bell. I love these, they're so cute. Got my little jingle. They are just hand tied, so you can pull them a little bit tighter. And you can even adjust the length of the bow just by giving it a little tug. And at the back there's a tiny little hole where this ribbon goes through, so we're going to add some baker's twine. And I'm only, oops, I nearly dropped it then. I'm only going to add about 10 inches, don't need a lot. And I'm going to thread that through. Oops, she says it when she drops it. Oh, she says I'm best off going that way. There's quite a good channel down there, but it's just making sure I get it so it doesn't cling to that ribbon and it's also inside. You get it so far and then the rest of it doesn't want to come. There it is. There we go. Ooh, So just bring the tops together, tie it off in a knot, and then just don't get too close, but get close to that little knot. And then what we're going to do, we're going to open up your box lid, and your glue dot is still right there in that little corner, so just push it in. And what I do then is basically make sure that glue dot, it tucks right under there. You don't want it, so I can't feel any tackiness now. So it is going to sit in the inside of the box, but at the back, so I can write my recipient's name on there. Excuse me. I can't believe I've got a wonky lid. And I'm just going to grab some ribbon, and I've got some cherry cobbler here with the stitched on. I'm going to be using that. There we go. I haven't cut any specific measurements, I've just cut them. And when you're doing this, if you want the cross stitch on the outside, push them together. Thread from the back. And then pull it through. That way you get that nice little loop at the front instead of at the back of your tags. So just like that. I'm going to be making another one of these, and these are going to go in the prizes for the Diabetes Challenge as a giveaway, because I've only got stamp sets at the moment, maybe some ribbon, and I haven't got much, so I'm going to be doing some handmade projects as well for the winners. And one thing with this, do not pull too tight. I did it the other day and it ripped the whole tag off, so you've got to be gentle. I think that looks lovely, that colour. I know it's cherry cobbler, but this has got red and blue on it, so just perfect. Love that, isn't it cute? And then I think just trim them down a little bit, so basically roughly all the same size. And this one's quite long. I'm just snipping it at an angle. That one wants to come down a little bit more. And the same with this one. Oh, they're so cute. Love them, aren't they gorgeous? Right, now I've got my Starburst punch and my 2-inch punch, and this time I'm going to add some champagne glitter with the Starburst punch. So I don't throw anything away, as you can see. So I'm going to punch myself 4 of these out. I will have to pull some bits off so I can get in. Oh. I like to get maximum use out of this. There you go, look. I'm just going to get another one there. Oh, how close. Just pull them. I even keep these bits. Maybe not these little tiny ones, but things like that where I can get a little love art out of it. And then I'm going to see if I can get one out up here. And I can get it in. Perfect, look at that. Pop another one out there. And then I'm just going to grab another one here. And I'm going to save this with this for more projects later on. So yeah, there's going to be 3. And there's going to be, they're slightly wider, but doesn't make any difference. So let's get some cardstock now. There's my cardstock. Oh, I've got some thick card here. I'm going to maybe need 2 of those. I'm going to come in with a bit of real red. Why not? Pop my glue away. And I've got this beautiful little stamp. It says, "Do not open until Christmas." And this is from a retired set. And this is from Oh What Fun. And I'm just going to stamp. Perfect. One at either end. And I'm going to use the 2-inch punch because my 1 3/4 isn't working. It won't close. And I'm going to do one more, but I'm going to cut these out first. Oh, and I do need another one. So make sure you can get all your word in and punch it out. Turn it round. There we go, 2. I'm probably going to be able to... Oh, look at that. If I just... Perfect. And this one is for my 'Tis the Season. And one more. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy a new one. There we go. Put that back in my scraps bin. And here it is. 'Tis the Season. Making sure it's the plain one and I haven't stamped on them. I always used to think that was a mistake, but it's not. It's actually on there. So pop that away and I'll clean those later. And now it's just a matter of assembling. I need another one of these. Oops, don't turn it over. And I'm going to pop each one of them then on each tag. And they look really sweet. Love them. Making sure you keep them in the centre. And I think that real red goes with that cherry cobbler ribbon. Perfect. You could have a little assembly line going. Cut out all the discs first and then stamp and cut out all your... Then just get your 4x2 and then add your papers and then just get a little assembly line going. You could whiz through these. You could perhaps put even 8 to 12 tags in this box. It's got plenty of space. Even you could add the tags and then you could even add a little bar of chocolate or something to go in there. So they've got something to munch on while they're wrapping their Christmas presents. How sweet would that be? So there's our little tags. They're going inside this cute little box with the peek out lid. And you just turn them slightly and they'll drop straight into place. Your tags then will sit inside there. And like I'm saying, you've got enough space in there. You could get 8 tags in there, easy peasy. It reminds me of, I get lozenges from Aldi and they're so nice. And you can get rhubarb and custard flavour. And the box principle is the same as that, believe it or not. So I'm going to have to pull this apart. Keep my bits. So I can get in there and get another circle. My Starburst punch. So, right, what I'll do is I'll just fold that over, remove that and that. I'm very frugal when it comes to glittery things. Let's see if we can get in now. Oh, I'm going to have to remove that bit as well. I always make sure I get the most out of all of it. See that? How close was that? That's how close. So, and I've still got use out of that. And these bits. Put them over to the side. I finally got most of my desk cleared. Well, I'm saying most of it. About a third of it cleared. Because it's normally all chock-a-block. So, there's my 'Tis the Season. I'm going to add dimensionals. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to add dimensionals to the lower half. I'm not going to put them on the back, at the top. I think that's about right. And then I am just going to add that to there. Isn't that cute? And then I've got these beautiful little snowflakes. I'm going to use a red one on this one. I'm going to take another glue dot and I'm going to sit it in the centre, and I'm going to add that on there. But because you can feel the sticky through there, I'm just going to add one of these delightful little rhinestones. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that? Maybe I could add another one. I think I might, you know, they're just so cute, my glue dots. Pop it in the centre. Pop one down here as well. Grab another little rhinestone. And that's just snowflake confetti. Nothing made in that cute. I'm sorry about the sharpness. Please, it is 8 by 7 3/4, and you score 1 1/4, 3 1/2, 4 3/4, and 7 on the long side. Then you turn it to the short side, and it's 1 1/4, 5 1/4, and 6 1/2. So I think what I was trying to do was compensate for all that overhang here, where we glued on the side. And instead I did it the wrong way round, so that's where my confusion was. But there is my, I'm going to make 2 more of these actually, and they're going to have full lids like this one. So there's my little gift tag boxes and gift tags, complete with a jingle bell, which is so adorable. I hope you like it, and I hope you give them a go, because they're so easy to make. And like I say, 1 sheet of cardstock and you get the box and 4 tags. So yeah, give it a go. If you do make them and you're on my Facebook group, please share your photos and tell me that you know, this video inspired you to make them. Coffee time. So I'm going to love and leave you. I'm going to find another little project to do. And as they say, I'm going to crack on with something else. Love you all. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe. Oh, and anybody wants... I can say it now. I don't want you to say, oh, will you make this? Or will you make that? I want you to give me some ideas. Not that I haven't got any, I've got plenty. But I want you all to get interactive with me. I just don't want you to come on, watch and think, well, it's good, I enjoyed it and blah, 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 but I don't think I'll make it. But I'd sooner you get interactive with me. I love the comments. I think they're brilliant. You always put a smile on my face. Every single one of them. Even some of the ones that wouldn't normally put a smile on my face, but they do. Everyone does. I just love it. I want to get you involved. So let's think of something we can do. Give me some ideas on what you would like to see me do for you. And then maybe we can do some giveaways with those said products. And if you like what I've done, and after you've suggested it, perhaps maybe then, because you gave me the idea, I can then send you a kit with all the products that you need. Obviously I can't send the stamp sets and I can't send stamped images, but I'm sure you'll have something you can compensate the stamp sets with. So unless you own that stamp set, or tell me what stamp set you want to be used on that project as well, because if you've got it, then I can send the kit and you can crack on and do it yourself. And but only if you send me photographs and share what you have done, so I can show others and they can see it on the Facebook group. So get on over to Facebook, Stamp with Joy. Join if you've not joined already, please join. I approve everybody. Anything goes in our room. It's our group. It's not just mine. I created it for everyone to share and everyone to be like a family in there. So yeah, come on over, share what you've got, share what you've done, and give me some ideas of what you'd like to see me do. And anyone that I choose, I will send the kit as well, so you can make it yourself. So, and the instructions. So God bless you all. Love you. Bye.